Hi, welcome to the Rise Up and Live YouTube channel. My name is Kelly Rissy, and I'm the owner of Rise Up and Live Wellness. During these videos, you will hear things about health, life, and mindset to help you live your best life, such as how to decrease and manage stress, how to get better sleep, how to set boundaries, how to eat mindfully, how to build confidence, how to live spiritually, and so much more. So thanks for joining, and I hope you enjoy my To the Points. All right, so today, my To the Point, we're going to talk about good stress versus bad stress. And the reason I want to talk about this because every time I do my mess of stress talk, I always get somebody who asks, yes, but what about good stress? And so I want to address that today just so we all know the difference and are aware of it and understand the differences and what it does to our body and whatnot. So, did you know that there is good stress? Good stress is actually called eustress. It's spelled EUSTRESS. So eustress. And eustress is when like it's you know that there's going to be something stressful, but it's that excitement of stress, right? So you're getting ready to go zip lining and you're like, oh, and yet it's excitement, right? You're getting ready to go off to college or start a new job, or so there's the excitement piece involved in it, which gives us that adrenaline rush. Okay, this is the kind of stress that the adrenaline junkies love, and they're the ones that are probably usually asking, but what about the good stress? Because it's exciting, right? It's exciting to have that type of stress. So the cool thing is our body responds differently to that type of stress because it doesn't see that there's like this fear or a threat, right? We're doing something exciting. Okay, so that's the good stress. Then we have acute stress. And acute stress are those small stressors that come up. Yes, our blood pressure raises. Yes, our body, responds to it. And yet they don't last very long. And then your body goes right back to normal. This is acute stress. It can be anything from, sitting in traffic, getting a phone call, an unwanted phone call. It can be like an argument in a relationship, like anything like that. Just acute stressors. They happen, the situation elevates, your stress elevates, and then your stress goes right back down. Our body is designed to handle acute stress. Thank you, God, for allowing our body to just work in that way. Then there's chronic stress. And this is what a lot of people nowadays are living in because our society allows us to live in it. And it's designed for us to live in it right now, right? Until we start pushing back and until we start saying, nope, we're setting boundaries and we're not living like this, this is kind of where we are. And this is the thing. Chronic stress can be at a very low level, but it's very harmful to our health. So chronic stress is when we're sitting in traffic every day, when we are constantly bombarded with maybe customer phone calls or, having to place those kind of stressful phone calls. It can be when you're in a toxic relationship. It can be the stress of taking care of either kids or elderly parents, right? Either one, or a spouse that is ill right now. Any kind of stress that's going to last for a while like that, right? So it's the constant everyday. Most people's stress comes around either family or work. Either of those two is where the biggest stressors come in. When you're living in chronic stress, your body starts creating new normals because it never got the release. It never got to go back and relax. This is where high blood pressure comes in. This is where heart issues come in. Did you know that first of all, 65 to 90% of doctor visits are caused by stress? Within that, the five most the what do I want to say, the diseases, the most five or six top things that kill people, there's a word for that, it's escaping me, are due to stress. They are heart disease, cancer, stroke, lower respiratory infection, and then accidents. All of those are due to stress, right? And I know that people, like, we don't always want to accept that stress is something that caused our disease, and yet stress equals dis-ease. And that is where we just have to be aware, y'all. It just starts with awareness. So the other thing that I've learned in many of my trainings is that if you go back and you look at when you were diagnosed with something, and if you go back 1 to 3 years prior than that, 99.9% of the time there was a stressful event that happened that propelled that and caused it, because when your body becomes stressed out, like, it triggers things, and it's a trigger that you're stressed. Your body's like, you hear me now, you hear me now, you hear me now, you are doing too much, you are way stressed out. And so your body responds to that by something happening in your health. It's literally an awareness for us to go, oh, hang on. So anyway, the first thing that we have to do in recognizing, are we in acute stress or are we in chronic stress? Is this a one-time thing that hardly happens, or is this a way that I am living every day? So first we have to be aware of it. And then we need to have like an arsenal of, like, a toolbox full of stress strategies, right? This is what my clients get from me when they come to me, is the toolbox of stress strategies. Because, you're going to handle different stressful situations, different things. Different tools are going to be best for that. Now, I will say the general easiest one, cheapest, quickest, is always breathing. Like, literally stop and breathe, because that right there will help you tap back into your parasympathetic system, which will then tell your body, like, oh, we are okay. Like, it's okay. Like, I can go back to normal. I can get out of fight or flight. So that is the biggest strategy, right, that anybody can use at any time. Then there are a whole bunch of other ones that I also teach just to help my clients depending on what the situation is. Then they have like this, like, ooh, right? Do I want to use the hammer? Do I need the wrench? Like, do I need the saw? What do I need? And they can start pulling the stress strategies out of what will be most beneficial for them in a stressful situation. And when that happens, then you have what's called stress resiliency. And you can use the strategies, you can bounce back from stress, because you guys, here's the thing. We can decrease stress in our lives. We are never going to eliminate all the stressors, because life happens, and we're either coming up on a crisis, going through a crisis, or coming out of a crisis, and then we're on the verge of the next crisis, right? So then it's just a matter of being resilient and being able to handle them and bounce back. Those are the people that deal with stress really well, because they're resilient. They have their stress tools. They know how to manage it. They make sure they're taking care of themselves. They're relaxing. They are putting themselves as a priority. And so that is kind of the ultimate goal, right? All right, so that was a whole lot for good stress versus bad stress. So, think of a time you've been in good stress. For me, anytime I ride a roller coaster or like do something adventurous, jump off a cliff in Mexico, like, I don't know, whatever we're doing, there's a little bit of stress there, and it's that exciting stress. And then I also know when my son was in a little accident. He's fine, no big deal, right? But then it was a little stressful. Like, we had to get a rental car and get his car in and call insurance and do all those things. And then very quickly, after a couple days, that resolved. It's when I was living in chronic stress. When I was a teacher, I was living in chronic stress. I didn't know it. I thought that was just part of it. But when I recognize that, now I can pull myself out so much faster, because I'm aware. This is chronic stress. What do you need to do? What do you need to let go of? What strategy do you need to use to get your body back into its normal, so that you don't have health issues? Okay? All right. I hope this was helpful. Love for you to comment below. I think the big thing is, like, tell me comment below, what's something you've done that has been like a good, cool stress. Like, that's what we call the eustress. And then what's been a time where you've had some chronic stress in your life? Comment below, y'all. We comment below so that we know that we are not alone, right? We've all been through this. We all go through this. And if you are ready to address your stress, I'm your girl. That's what I do. We just need to have a quick discovery call and see if this is right for you. And if you want that, reach out to me and I'll be happy to set that up for you. All right, y'all, have a great day. Have a good rest of your week, and let's conquer some stress. All right, see y'all. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more health, life, and mindset tricks and tips, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also check me out on social media and my website at www.riseupandlivewellness.com. Have a great day.